access to the internet. So how would I be able to?
Mr. Brooks, you're telling me your mother had that information.
No,
so,
I'm
and
telling
I'm
you,
trust...
she just told me this information. I have the phone calls to prove it.
I understand that. I'm denying the request, sir.
And I would like a.
So that's my decision.
I object to that, Your Honor.
I understand. I've made my decision. I expect that you respect the decision, at least as we're not going to debate it further.
Yes.
I now have the ICF, the one from the state to be provided to the state. Madam Clerk, I just gave that to you. All right, so Mr. Brooks, in light of that,
I respectfully object, Your Honor, and request the legal reconsideration of your ruling, Your Honor.
It's denied. The request for reconsideration is denied. There's no legal basis for me to do that
I
at this point.
respectfully reject that ruling and take exception to that ruling, Your Honor.
All right, Mr. Brooks, we need to keep going.
For the record, may I request a legal or factual basis for your ruling, Your Honor?
I provided an oral ruling today. The record stands, sir.
For the record, may I respectfully request a written judicial finding of facts and conclusion of law on this issue?
Your request is denied.
For the record, may I respectfully move for an interlocutory declaratory appeal of this matter?
I wouldn't be the one you would make that request to, sir. So I can't
For the record, may I
answer that
move
yes
to
or
stay
no.
these proceedings until the instant matter is adjudicated by a court of competent jurisdiction?
That request is denied.
Based on what law or fact, Your Honor?
The request is denied.
Based on what law or fact, Your Honor?
Any other requests, sir? I'd like to move on.
Based on what law?
There's no
or
legal
fact?
Basis that you've stated for me to do that, sir.
It has been, Your Honor.
The request is denied. The request is not a proper motion. There's no legal support for the motion. There's no factual support for the motion, so it's denied.
For the record, it appears that this court is acting in contempt of the law, Your Honor. Can you show me how or where this court is following the law of respecting this matter?
That's a very vague statement, sir. There's no legal relief that you're claiming. There's no motion before the court based in law or fact. So this court cannot address that last statement of yours.
Your Honor, with all due respect, I would like a motion for finding a fact.
Denied.
Under what law and fact?
I made an oral ruling, sir. There's no requirement I do so in writing.
So you're denying a legal, you're denying a motion for finding a fact?
I am.
So how do I know what you're doing is legal, Your Honor?
All right, Mr. Brooks, we're going to move forward. At this time, I want to...
how do I know that this is legal, Your Honor? Can you show me that it's legal?
Mr. Brooks, we're moving forward. So your request is denied.
It doesn't seem like
Mr. Brooks, I need to give you some advisements, and I'd ask that you stop interrupting me.
I don't need your advice.
No, I have to give you advisements, sir, regarding your right to testify.
I need to do your job without prejudice and without bias.
Mr. Brooks has now interrupted me multiple times. He's failing to respect the court's oral rulings here today. It's something that he's done repeatedly throughout this trial. Mr. Brooks, I need to go through some advisements. Unless you have a witness to immediately call, I need to go through this particular discussion on the record with you regarding your right to testify. Do you have a witness to call, sir?
You don't need to go through anything with me on record.
Actually, I do so, sir. That is required by law.
Actually, you don't. You need to do your job as a public servant,
Mr. Brooks,
and honor the oath that you took.
I need to go through these advisements, and if you're going to keep interrupting me, you will forfeit your right to be present, and you will be removed to the next courtroom so that I can properly go through these advisements without being interrupted.
And I still don't have to answer. I still don't have to answer whether I'm in this court or not. So you're holding me in contempt yet again.
Mr. Brooks, I've not held you in contempt. I've found that you have forfeited your right to be present by your conduct, which is one of the options available to this court under Illinois versus Allen, under State versus Vaughn. It's also referenced in State versus Anthony. So I am going to keep going, sir, despite your protestations.
Your Honor, with all
I need
due
you
respect,
to
in Illinois
not
versus
interrupt
Allen,
me. This is another interruption.
In Illinois versus Allen.
Mr. Brooks, I'm not going to have a debate with you on the meaning of Illinois versus Allen.
I'm not trying to have a debate.
You are advised that
continued Illinois versus Allen.
Mr. Brooks, you are advised that continued interruptions will result in you forfeiting your right to be present during this next phase of the trial.
Okay, but you saying that
I've said that multiple times. I've given you multiple opportunities to stop interrupting me.
You're holding me in contempt.
Mr. Brooks,
By
I'm not holding you in
from
contempt for the second time here, and I've
Your
also
Honor,
repeated that.
Your Honor,
He's
with
interrupting me yet again.
with
Mr.
all
Brooks, I
respect-
need you to stop talking.
With all respect, in Illinois versus Allen.
All right, Mr. Brooks continues to want to debate with me the meaning of Illinois versus Allen. It is a clear indication to this court
trying to
that
understand,
he
Your
wants to disrupt these proceedings, even
That's
in
not
a
true.
mild manner, tone
That's
of
not
voice.
true.
I've
I'm
reminded
seeking
him
to
repeatedly
understand, Your
regarding
Honor,
the standards
because
of
it
decorum and
doesn't.
civility, and one of the
Illinois doesn't.
bedrocks is that he
Illinois
not
versus
interrupt.
Allen does not state.
All right, I'm going to
that-
remove him to the next courtroom so that I can go through
It does
proper
not state-
advisements with him without being interrupted.
It does not
We'll clear the
state
courtroom
that
and
you
we'll
can be
resume
present from
once he
cameras.
is over there. Again, I'll
It
make
doesn't
the
state that
appropriate
you can be
findings when
present
he is
from
there.
cameras, or that you could be,
Yes, we're off the record.
or that you
until,
could be.
he's in the
Okay,
other
so
courtroom. I'll
you're
be
making a
stepping off.
tacit
Thank you.
agreement for something that I.